Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the registration webinar for the Regional Alliance Marketplace for Procurement, also known as RAMP. My name is Liz Diaz, and on behalf of the Office of Procurement, we are pleased that you could join us today for this informative presentation. Today's webinar will include an overview of the RAMP registration process, including some commonly asked questions asked regarding registration, certifications, and opportunities. RAMP offers a vast number of contracting opportunities with the City of Los Angeles and as well as other regional partners who also use this platform to post opportunities. Please know that this presentation is being recorded and you will receive a copy of the recording, the slide deck, and the chat history. We also ask that you kindly mute yourselves in order to clearly hear today's presentation. If you have any questions or comments during the presentation, please feel free to drop them via the chat function, where we have staff available to answer your questions there in real time. However, if time permits at the end of our presentation, we may take a few questions from the chat function and answer them verbally before the session ends today at noon. We hold these webinars on a monthly basis, and we'd like to know how many new folks have joined us this month. As such, we do have a short survey that we ask you to respond to for our own information. We'd like to know if you've ever attended one of our RAMP webinar presentations in the past, so please take a moment to respond. Jackie, please let us know how many participants we have today also.
We have 136 right now, Liz.
Great. Well, thank you so much for that. Next slide, please. Shannon Hoppus serves, next slide, please. Thank you. I'm trying to get out of this. Okay, great. Thank you. Shannon Hoppus serves as the City Procurement Officer for the City of Los Angeles. Shannon has been the chief proponent of this new platform and has been instrumental in securing the participation of new regional partners added to this platform of opportunities. Welcome, Shannon.
Thank you, Liz, and so great to see all of you this morning. Thank you for taking some time out of your day to be with us here to go over a little bit about what RAMP is and how you can participate in the city's procurement opportunities. It's really great to see that there's so many new people here to this space. It really gives us confidence that we're needing to continue this effort to provide this outreach and information to all of you so you do understand how you can participate in all these contracting opportunities. So welcome. It's so great to see you. To those that have been here before, welcome. Good to see you as well. So next slide. We're going to jump right into what is RAMP and why you're all here today. RAMP is what we call our Regional Alliance Marketplace for Procurement. So what does that mean? That means that we created a platform, a regional platform, where we post our opportunities. So this is where the city advertises its $4.5 billion of spend of contracting opportunities. This is really your first point of entry in understanding what the city wants to buy. And hopefully your business is a business that we are looking to procure from or contract with. So really, this is the first step in participating in these contracting opportunities. When we launched RAMP, it was with the intention that we would not only post the city's $4.5 billion of spend, but we would really look to include the region in this space. So that means, we'll go into detail in just a bit, that means you're going to find other opportunities beyond just the city of LA. We anticipated that RAMP in its first year would actually represent about $10 billion worth of spending on this platform. So what does that mean to all of you? It means that there's a central location that has more opportunities in one place. We know your time is valuable. We know that you don't have much of it. So we really saw an opportunity to aggregate or centralize as many opportunities from our regional partners onto one platform. So you'll see different agencies here, both public and private, all looking for to do business with your business. Next slide. We know that contract opportunities that go to local businesses, they are foundational to supporting our local economy and generating jobs. So RAMP was really built with the small business in mind. It is a way for you to connect with one another, not just to connect with the city and its regional partners and the opportunities, but with one another, both prime contractors and subcontractors. So you may come together, form relationships, bid on future opportunities, become familiar with the space so you can participate. It's about giving you visibility among contracting and purchasing managers. So our City of LA contracting managers, they see your business on RAMP. Those regional partners that are participating here, they see your business on RAMP as well. So this is about giving you as much visibility as possible from a city perspective as we can possibly provide you with. This is a huge tool in really growing your business, in understanding how to become a vendor with either the City of LA or some of our regional partners. So even if you're not quite ready to enter into a contract, there's a ton of resources that we're going to talk about in just a bit. But again, it's really about, again, creating that marketplace where you can all connect with one another. Next slide. As I mentioned, we have regional partners. So aside from the City of LA posting opportunities in this space, here are some of our partners posting here as well. Again, looking for your business. We have Cedars-Sinai, City of Hope. The Olympics are ramping up and getting ready to solicit or to advertise more of their opportunities as well. You can see we have some other cities such as Long Beach. We have sports and entertainment involved here in terms of AEG. So you can see that we're adding, I don't think we have here, but also we have, yeah, they're there, LAUSD. Oh no, that's not them. But we also have LAUSD. And again, this is really a powerhouse, a huge resource for all of you to access those opportunities in one space. Next slide. So again, this is a platform that is not just about advertising the opportunities, but it's where you can build a profile, a business profile that speaks to the business you are, that advertises your business, that lets you brag a little bit about your business and talk about who you've maybe done work with in the past, what kind of certifications you might hold. It also allows you to identify the NAICS codes or codes that are specific to the type of business you are, so you can be matched with opportunities that suit your business. It allows you, again, that certification advertisement. So businesses that might be looking for a certified business can find you more easily on RAMP. It's also a place where we can, again, connect you with vendors that are looking for specific needs that your business might fulfill. This is a way that we require our prime contractors to do their outreach. That is something that is required by the City of LA, and they look to RAMP to fulfill those requirements. So again, this is really a huge tool in becoming familiar with this space, in getting involved, even if it's not something you want to do right now. But if you are looking to maybe the Olympics or to next year to really build up your business, this is still a tool that you would want to use in the meantime to get familiar with this space. Get your ducks in a row, get your paperwork in place, maybe get certifications in place in anticipation for all of the opportunities that we expect to come our way. We all know World Cup is coming, again, the Olympics. So if those are things you want to participate in, we are partnering with those agencies, and RAMP is really a part of that partnership. Next slide. Again, what makes RAMP unique is that this is about making you visible. This is about making you visible to our managers within the city. Once you're registered, you're going to be able to connect with one another. You're going to be able to form relationships that are very important to you gaining contracts, whether it be with the city or regional partners. Again, this gives you greater visibility beyond the city of LA. And this is also where you can, again, get vital information about how to contract. Not only do our partners post their opportunities, but they use this database to do their outreach. They use this database to advertise their outreach events or specific events that might speak to your business in terms of how to do business with them, or how to get certified by the city of LA or with another agency. So there's a lot more here than just advertising opportunities. It really is a huge resource that you would want to add to your tool belt as a small business, or as really any business. Next slide.
Actually, thanks a lot, Shannon, for that great overview of the benefits of RAMP. Now we'd like to actually share a testimonial video from one of our vendors on RAMP.
Hello, my name's Anita Ron, and I'm the proud owner of Brightworks Inc. Brightworks Inc. is a commercial janitorial service located in Covina, California. Our philosophy is to take care of our employees, and they definitely will take care of our clients, providing the best cleaning solutions out there when it comes to just the regular general cleaning, carpet cleaning, floor care services, disinfecting. We started out with 3 vacuum cleaners and $700 and a lot of ganas. Many people would say that I was crazy when I started the business, but I'm proud to say that been in business now for 25 years. We're employing about 160 employees. It has been an adventure, and really have rolled up my sleeves and gotten in there trying to figure out how to grow the business and how to create jobs. I think we've made a difference within our communities. So one of the things I did do is getting involved and getting certified as a minority women-owned business. And by having that certification and really getting involved and using some of the things and tools that they offer to their suppliers and members has helped our organization get business, get contracts. I think RAMP is going to really help us out when we're trying to grow our organization and really make a difference in creating jobs. I think that's the biggest thing with this program. It helps create jobs within the communities that serve the city of Los Angeles. RAMP is just a program that actually puts the whole procurement opportunities on steroids. And that's the great thing, because that helps the small businesses when they're putting so much time and effort into the services that they're providing. I get a lot of calls from small business saying, hey, Anita, I'd like to know how you grew your business, or how did you do it? The magic sauce is really actually rolling up your sleeves and getting involved and really providing the quality service or the product that you're delivering. And these are just tools that you can use in order to master what you're trying to do and accomplish, grow your organization. So get involved, make an impact, register on Ramp, because those are the things that are going to help you. And that's what Help Bright works. We are certified, we're a women minority business, and that has given us the best opportunities in order to be able to bid on some of these projects that we have right now. For all you small businesses that are out there that are struggling and trying to figure out what is going to give them value, I encourage you to register on rampla.org. So right now, get on that computer and sign up.
Next slide. And now for an overview of the registration process. The first step is to click on the Login Register green colored button on the top right-hand corner to begin the registration process. Next slide. After doing so, you'll be taken to the Angelino account landing page. Please sign in by entering your email address. The registration process can be done rather quickly, taking about 15 minutes to complete. Next slide. Next, please enter your email address again. Make sure that your password includes an upper, lower, number, and special characters. And for your phone number, it's recommended that you list your cell phone number. Lastly, be sure to check I am not a robot, and then click on the blue register button. Next slide. The system will indicate that a verification email has been sent to you. So proceed to check your email for verification from Angelino. Next slide. You should receive a Welcome to Angelino email. Angelino is the city's single sign-on system. It allows users to log into several city websites with a single login credential. An Angelino account is required in order to register and log into Ramp. Activate your account by clicking on the green link within the email. Next slide. Fill out the noted fields. For sole proprietorships, your name is the company name, not the DBA. Do not put a DBA as your company name. Sole proprietorships will show their tax ID number at the bottom. Next slide. Your title must be typed in. For sole proprietorships, enter the owner's name. Next slide. Please complete all of these sections and only enter a registered DBA. DBAs are registered with the county where your business is located, and it only applies to sole proprietors. You may also add a logo if you have one. And in the summary section, this is your opportunity to brag a bit about what your company does. The space allows a maximum of 200 characters, not including spaces, so please be concise. And for your business address section, please do not use a PO box. You must use a physical address, otherwise the system will reject your entry. Next slide. Please note that your phone number requires dashes. Please also enter the email address. And if you have a business tax registration certificate or BTRC, please enter that number. Otherwise, contact the city's Office of Finance to apply for one. Your BTRC only applies to a business within the city of Los Angeles, or if you're interested in doing business with the city. Next slide. While it does not contain an asterisk indicating a required field to be filled out, please indicate whether your company is a for-profit or nonprofit business. And the most important step is register as, where we encourage you to select the prime sub option. By selecting this option versus selecting only prime or only sub, you will increase the number of notifications you may receive regarding all opportunities related to your business type. Next slide. The North American Industry Classification System, or NAICS codes, can be found on your taxes on the header under Box B, or you can find the codes at the U.S. Census website at the address noted on the slide. These codes are related to your business industry and are 6 digits long. By completing this section, you will be notified of contracting opportunities that relate to your business industry. Next slide. At this stage, you may complete the demographics that relate to you as a business owner. The other identifying info drop-down space is for identifying male, female, or other. The number of employees is also optional if under 20. And for annual revenue, this information is also optional for you to provide. For the work history section, it is again your opportunity to tout your work experience. You may wish to use any information from a LinkedIn account if you should have one. Next slide. This slide lists the various certifications that you may have applied for and serves as a space for verification of your current certifications with the recognized agencies. And those agencies are noted there on the left. You may skip the certification step if it doesn't apply to you. Otherwise, if certifications are completed by any of the other entities, as noted on the left side of the slide, also know that those are recognized by the City of Los Angeles. If you skip this option initially, know that you may return to it later when and if you have certifications to list. Next slide. You are now at the end of your registration, where you can review your profile listing your business information. Please take a moment to review it carefully. Next slide. After reviewing the information, scroll all the way to the bottom and click on the green Submit button. Next slide. You are officially registered in RAMP when you see the thank you for registering message. Next slide. For additional resources, please click on the support word there at the top right-hand corner next to the login register button in order to access some frequently asked questions regarding registration, your RAMP profile, certifications, and other helpful information. You may also wish to refer to the set of frequently asked questions that were included in the initial email regarding your RAMP webinar registration. Next slide. You can also access user manuals for submitting your company compliance documents, for understanding the business inclusion program, as well as how to add the NAICS codes and licenses to your profile. Next slide. After you have registered, you may have some additional account questions. One question includes, how do I update my business profile? We recommend that you refer to the Account Management Manual for guidance on how to manage users, either pending or adding, and how to update your account. Please note that only the noted administrator can add users and edit business inclusion program roles and access to other users, and that can activate or inactivate users, add users, request certification verification, and submit compliance documents. Know that you cannot delete users. You can only deactivate them. This is important so that it prevents them from creating a new account. Any additional users must have an Angelino sign-in account and must have been added to your account during the registration process. Next slide. Another account-related question may be, how do I change my company names or tax IDs? The company name and tax ID are two fields the account administrator cannot change. In order to do so, please send a request by submitting a RAMP web form using the link shown on the slide, and attach official documentation such as the California Secretary of State business tax registration certificate, your tax account document supporting these changes. Next slide. One last account related question we receive often is, how do I change the company account administrator? If the current administrator is no longer with the company and/or unable to request the administrative change, we ask that you send a request by submitting a RAMP web form, again, using the link shown on the slide, and attach a letter on your company's letterhead. The letter should be signed by someone who is legally authorized to sign your company's documents, and it should state the following information: your RAMP ID number, the company name on the account, the name and email address of the new administrator, and the administrator's login should be an email address assigned to the individual, not at a group email. And the administrator should create or already have an Angelino or RAMP user account. Again, a new administrator can only be named if the person has both an Angelino and RAMP user account. And then state the reason for the change. Next slide. There are also some common questions about certifications you may have, one of which is, how do I apply to be a certified company recognized by the City of Los Angeles? In order to do so, you must submit your applications to the Department of Public Works, the Bureau of Contract Administration, Office of Contract Compliance, within their certification section at the address shown on the slide. You may also download the application forms from the Office of Contract Compliance website. Next slide. Another common certification question is, my company is already certified. How do I request to be recognized as such on RAMP? Please download the Certifications on RAMP User Manual, which outlines the process of how to request a certification be listed on RAMP. But remember that you must already be a certified company in order to be verified as such on RAMP. Next slide. Lastly, what are the qualifications to be recognized as a certified company? The Certifications User Manual can provide guidance on how qualifications for the certifications listed on this slide, some of which include the disadvantaged business enterprise, the disabled veteran enterprise, the minority-owned business enterprise, the small business, and so forth. You see them all listed there on the slide. Next slide. Some common opportunity-related questions include, how can I view or download the documents listed with an opportunity? You must be a registered RAMP user and logged into RAMP to download and view the documents listed under an opportunity. And again, an opportunity is a posting by any one of our partners or any of the city departments. And then how can I be notified when an opportunity is posted online? So the registered administrative user on RAMP will receive the notifications. When an opportunity matches the NAICS codes in your company's profile, you will receive a notification. Next slide. Another opportunity-related question includes, how do I get more information on a specific opportunity? If you have a question about an opportunity, please be sure to contact the department contact person listed for that opportunity, who can answer questions regarding any specifics. This slide and the following 3 slides will show you how to navigate through an opportunity to find the opportunity contact person. On your account, go to the quote, search for opportunities. Fill in the information on the listed items on the left, customized to the opportunity you are interested in. Then click on any opportunity you're interested in, such as the example there indicating innovative partnership, as shown by the red arrow. Next slide. This slide shows the opportunity details, which includes the contact person. If you're interested in bidding on this opportunity, you may click the quote, add to bookmarks button to save the opportunity for future reference. Next slide. Once you go back to your account, you may click bookmarks on the left side under the company details list of items in order to access any bookmarked opportunities. Next slide. The opportunity innovative partnership will be saved to your account profile, and you'll see it there as listed on by the arrow. That completes our presentation for today, and we hope this information has been helpful in getting you registered on RAMP, as well as answering some commonly asked questions and demonstrating some key functions. However, please know that on Wednesday, November 1st, from 1 to 2:30 p.m., we will be hosting another very informative webinar as part of our small business webinar series to provide small businesses with resources and guidance on how to do business with the city. A registration link is provided in the chat for your use in registering for this webinar. This second small business webinar will focus on construction and is in collaboration with our Bureau of Engineering, General Services Department, and the Department of Recreation and Parks to discuss construction contracting opportunities and small business initiatives. And we hope you can join us for that webinar as well. Additionally, please let us know if there's any other RAMP-related topics you'd like to learn more about for future webinars. At this time, we do have more time to verbally answer or respond to a couple of questions in the chat. So we can look at those at this time. Any questions that haven't been answered yet? Looks like there are several. I do see one that says, oh, the chat is moving quickly. I'm trying to see if there's any questions that haven't been answered. And if you'd like, you can also verbally ask if you want to raise your hand or be acknowledged. Can't see any questions that haven't been answered.
Yeah, as Liz said, this is a really good opportunity to use this time to answer questions that you might have as someone that's already registered in RAMP or new registrants or anyone that has had experience in this area. It's great to share with this group, especially since we have the time. And so it looks like we have a couple hands raised. Liz, do you want to facilitate that, or just
Trying to see, I'm not sure I can see everyone.
Oh, okay, I'll have Ella go first.
Okay.
Thank you. I was curious if there are any webinars that go over the submission of bid documents and the online web forms related to project-specific uses of RAMP. Thank you.
What usually happens is the opportunity, say that a department posts an opportunity, they will generally have a bidders conference that will go through what needs to be submitted because you're not going to be submitting your documents in RAMP. You will be submitting them to the department or the regional partner that is requesting, who have submitted or posted the opportunity. So there are two documents that you normally have to post on RAMP, upload on RAMP, and those are two compliance documents, and there will be instructions for how to do that as well. But generally, you will not be submitting any of your documents, your proposal documents or qualifications on RAMP. You'll be submitting them to the opportunity holder.
And in addition, there is a goal within the city now that is in process in terms of coming up with a checklist, ensuring that each department, some already have them, but there is a very specific checklist for each vendor in terms of the list of documents. Over time, we will be automating that, but in the meantime, we're trying to, give you as much information as possible, and do reach out to the contacts that are on those solicitations. That's why you have that visibility, is to get your questions answered. But I didn't mention it, but Liz hit on it. The pre-bidders conferences are open to anyone. So even if you're not ready, again, to compete in this space, the pre-bidders conference is still a place for you to educate yourself. It's a way for you to see who's in the room, who is bidding, maybe who you want to start building a relationship with for future opportunities. Listen to the type of questions that they might be asking the city of LA. Ask your own questions. You don't have to be ready to bid on something to attend those conferences. So again, those are just more resources for you to get some better insight into the process itself. So take advantage of everything that RAMP advertises. Again, even if you're not ready to start entering into contracts. I think the next one was Genevieve. Are you still there?
Hi, sorry about that. I couldn't find
No
that
worries.
button. Hi. I'm just curious about the best place to go for certifications. I keep hearing about them and I don't actually know who to contact or how to get that started.
Sure. I think I mentioned that there are a number of departments and entities that can certify, but certainly you can request certification from our Bureau of Contract Administration. And we do on our website, I don't know if we can go back to that slide, but on our website, we do have the certifications manual. We actually have, that provides guidance on the qualifications and how to go about the certification process. There's information.
And we also did provide, actually, we created a webinar for that as well. It was kind of giving everybody an order of attack in terms of certification, some of the more easier certifications to pursue initially, some of the more lengthy ones. So we do have those resources available as well for you to tap into. We can either post it here if the team can grab it. If not, we can definitely make sure you do get that webinar that we delivered a few months ago.
Yeah, actually, that's the link to that webinar is on the RAMP support page. If you click on the support button, and then it'll take you to all of the FAQs. So then under FAQs, you'll click on, go to the next slide, the one right before that. Yeah, so there you see certification. So when you click on that, this is a slide, so won't take you there. But when you click on that, it'll bring up the option to view the certification webinar. So it's a long webinar that focuses only on the certification process. So that can give you very substantive instructions on how to pursue those.
And I think Stan may have been next, and then Hayek.
Yes, hi, good afternoon. My question is regarding the Cedars-Sinai and city of Hope. I don't see them posting any healthcare related opportunity.
Right.
I was wondering, as a RUMP member or as a LA County or LA City certified small business, is it giving us any kind of opportunity to, start working with them without, getting contracts or?
Right. So that's the thing is not everyone, not all of our partners are physically posting, but what they're doing is they're contacting our team and asking to run filters on the database. So they are still using our database, which should hopefully include you at the end of this webinar, and asking us to run those lists for them to provide their outreach. So you might not see them posting similar to what you see here or the city of LA doing or some of our other regional partners, but they are still accessing this database. So again, it's still advantageous for you to register here because you want to be part of that data pool or that data pool for them to do their outreach. But also, as I mentioned, even if you don't have regional partners or other businesses or cities or agencies posting here, many of them are still advertising their events. So how to do business with them, they're going to still advertise here. So again, if that's, that may be the only reason that you register on Ramp is because you want to see who's holding different outreach events. So yes, they are accessing it, but they're not as visible because typically we have found that private sector doesn't tend to do things as publicly because they don't have to, and they have other goals and objectives in their procurement opportunities. Whereas the government agencies, we are required to make it very transparent, very public. But again, we have opened it up to both public and private, so they may access our 80,000 different registrants that are in RAMP. So do register.
I'm registered. Thank you. Thank you for that.
And I think Stan was next.
Yes, hi. My company brings technology and products, engineering as well, to wastewater treatment facilities and potable water facilities. So how do I get involved? I know you mentioned briefly Public Works before, but is there going to be a separate seminar on that in the future, or do I need to contact somebody?
Again, the entire city is required to advertise our opportunities on Ramp. So anytime any of our departments have a need for your business or your services, they would be advertised on Ramp. If they're going to maybe do a separate outreach, it would be advertised on Ramp. It doesn't keep you from calling those departments separately and saying, hey, may I spend some time with you to talk about a bit about what I do? But still, at the end of the day, anything we are looking to purchase will be on Ramp. So that really is the first step at doing any kind of business with the city of LA. But again, Ramp still gives you that insight into who the buyers are, who you might want to contact. It gives you insight into the other prime contractors that you might want to contact in order to, again, build that rapport, maybe join in on a partnership to tackle a certain solicitation or RFP. So again, that's still where you would start with your business.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Edward?
Hi, I'm sorry if you covered this. I'm trying to file the compliance documents, and how do I do the Executive Director 35 compliance?
You would need to go on your profile, and it should. I take it you're already registered on Ramp.
Yeah, I'm registered, and I did the other 2 compliance documents, but it's those are simple because they provided the documents right there, but there's nothing here for this Executive Director Directive 35.
there should be a space on your profile where you can indicate that information. I think we have a link there that's being provided for that, but I think that's those are the templates. And have you already been awarded a contract?
No, I'm just starting right now with you guys, just doing this. So
Oh, so you'd have to wait until so you already responded to an opportunity, is that correct?
right.
Okay.
Right. And for some reason, it's showing me as a nonprofit, but I'm looking here and I'm not a nonprofit. I'm a C Corp. And
Oh,
so,
that's the reason why. If you're
so
shown
when
as
it
a
says
non-
registered as prime or subprime,
No, what if you're registered, if you inadvertently registered as a nonprofit, then the ED35 is not going to show up. The ED35 is just for profit, and only the for-profit entities are required to do the ED35. And so you may have to go into your profile and correct your designation as a for-profit as opposed to nonprofits. That's
okay, so I'm here and what it says, so when it says registered as, what does prime or sub mean?
That's not your nonprofit status. So the prime is
Right.
going to be if you're the primary contractor. So when you're submitting an opportunity, you're saying you're going to be the primary contractor that will be responsible for providing the services, because sometimes primes work with subcontractors. So
Okay.
you'd have to indicate whether your intention is to be the primary contractor or that you're also available to do subcontracting, meaning working with a prime. So in the event that's the case, you can select either. You can select either prime, sub, if you're truly a sub and you don't intend to be a prime, or prime sub. And that what that does is that helps you get the notifications, increases the possibility for getting more notifications. But again, going back to your first question about the ED35, you need
Yeah,
to go into
it keeps
that.
coming up as a nonprofit, even though I haven't checked it. I think that's why I'm not getting the document.
Right. You need to check the nonprofit. Does it allow you to do that?
I'm not a nonprofit though.
I mean, no, the for-profit. I apologize. Is
It says so the way it is I say registered as a prime and sub, and then I didn't check the nonprofit or the sole proprietor. I'm a C Corp. So I put the C Corp in there and I save that. But every time I go back to the certification page, it basically says that I'm a nonprofit.
So if you
So
want to
when
leave your
when I
contact
go to
information,
compliance documents, it
yeah,
says completed. I'm a nonprofit, but
So,
I'm not.
Edward, you know what we'd like to do so that we can deal with your issue specifically
Okay.
and help you
Yeah.
is please go on the page and submit the web form for assistance, and we'll have staff who can directly deal with your issue and provide you with the guidance that will be helpful to you specifically.
All right. Where do I find that form?
It's on the RAMP website. It should
Okay.
be right in front where it's, the landing
Okay.
page.
All right, great.
Sure,
Thank you.
certainly.
and I think we have a couple minutes left if someone wants to unmute themselves and ask some final questions. This is all very helpful, I think, to those that are new to this space. So don't be shy. Faisal?
Hi. First off, thank you guys for taking the time to answer these questions and share this information. It's been very helpful. I just had one quick question. So I actually submitted my first bids today, and we'll see how they go. But in regards to filling out the RFQs, so I've noticed on a lot of the forms, it says something along the lines of, are you an authorized dealer or distributor? So I've kind of like built a network where I have like strong relationships with a lot of different manufacturers, and they, kind of give me like the privilege to kind of like represent them, but I don't necessarily have anything like, you know, written in stone where I am like an authorized dealer. Does that prevent me from like bidding on these contracts, or am I able to still, you know, place these bids?
So Faisal, for any questions regarding a specific opportunity, what we recommend is that you actually submit questions to the actual department that is the owner of the opportunity, because only they can determine whether your particular position is one that addresses their requirements. So can you share what the department is that you're responding to?
I believe it was general services.
Oh, okay, sure. So they should have a place within the procurement document, within the RFQ, that indicates if you have any questions to submit it directly to them. And that would be our recommendation, because every department has different contacts for any additional technical assistance questions that proposers may have or respondents may have. So we recommend that you pose that question to General Services Department directly.
Got you. Thank you so much for that. And I'll definitely do my research and reach out to them.
Right.
Good luck. Sylvia? And then we'll go to Genevieve. We'll close out with Genevieve. So go ahead,
Hi.
Sylvia.
Well, I am a preschool. I'm a private preschool, and I've been in business for 10 years now. I've always struggled with being at full capacity, which is what I'm licensed for, is 55 children. It always fluctuates from, 30, 34, 38. And then 2 weeks later, I'm back down to like 33. I mean, I understand that happens in my business. I've known that far too well. But how can RAMP help me? So I'm very new to this. I'm listening to all the verbiage and the language being said, and like, how does that apply to like what I do here? So, I don't know. I'm new. I just want to learn more, I guess, about RAMP, if anything.
So I'll take it first, Liz, and if you want to jump in. Typically, government agencies, and this is just my personal experience, we may not be looking for your particular goods and services. It's more about what we purchase as a city. But that said, as soon as I say that, it's not to say that there might be a rare opportunity from another agency that is looking to expand their childcare, that you might find you could either pivot your business for or actually qualify for. Again, RAMP is really a tool for you to see what are the things these agencies purchasing. Maybe I can get into that business. Maybe I want to, start that business. Maybe I want to pivot my business so it focuses more on that. I don't recall personally anything specific to a preschool, although the city of LA has a daycare. I don't know personally how that's run to know, how we hire for that area. But again, RAMP could simply just be something that you tap into to see, what is being purchased, and if that's something you want to, add to either your current business or a reason to build a new business. But offhand, I don't recall anything specific to preschools per se. So Liz, anything that comes to mind for you?
No, I think you're right. Unfortunately, any of those services, we generally, the city provides directly, like you said, Shannon. City does provide a child care provider. However, that now that we mentioned it, I don't know that I actually used to work for one of the departments where we did actually put an RFP out for the provider of that particular child care facility. So what you may want to do, Sylvia, is simply search under opportunities I don't know who the city department is. We'd have to research who oversees that childcare facility, but we do have, at least back several years ago, that service was provided by a contractor. But that's been many years now. I don't know if they have a stable contractor now, but that could be a search that you may wish to do under our opportunities, where it says there, how it says search for opportunities. Just click
Okay.
on that, and then when you're on Ramp, and then put in daycare services and see what comes up.
Yeah,
Okay.
the message really here is register and see what you see. I mean, we can only go by our experience, but it doesn't mean that there's not something that maybe suits you. So Genevieve, we're gonna go ahead and close out with you.
And it's just a point of clarification. Thank you. In looking at the manual on how to certify, it doesn't mention, it mentions what you can do, and it doesn't mention women-owned certification. And so I'm a little confused. Is this the place to start to become a women-owned certified business?
This is, or Liz, you can jump in here. This should be giving you direction on how to, yes, become certified. Women-owned is just one of the certifications, I believe. Actually, that's even one that you can do through the city of LA, because it is one of the ones we recognize. So those resources should be there. It doesn't mean that we won't recognize another certification from another agency, but we do offer that for free. Free is usually means some level of backlog, because we have huge numbers, but that's why you want to get familiar with these things that you want to get in order sooner rather than later, so you're not up against a timeline and maybe missing deadline. So again, become familiar with all the information we've presented, so you have the best chance at these opportunities. Registering doesn't guarantee you a contract. Competing doesn't guarantee you a contract, but this is the process in how to attempt to gain those contracts. So use all these resources, attend our future webinars, look back at past webinars, and really understand this space so you can best be prepared to compete in this space.
Thank you very much.
So just to close out, please note that our next monthly Ramp registration webinar is scheduled for Wednesday, November 15th. And this is a week earlier than usual, given the Thanksgiving holiday. And then just a reminder again, because there were questions, you will receive a copy of the recording, the slide deck, and the chat history for your further reference. And so again, we thank you for joining us this morning, and we wish you a good day. Goodbye.